My entitled sister is getting married on the same day that I'm giving birth and wants me to delay my pregnancy. So I convinced everyone to not attend her wedding. I have always had a strange relationship with my sister. When we were kids, I used to clean my toys daily because they were precious to me, so my sister decided to steal them and replace them with her own, most likely to get me to clean her toys. But I noticed and brought it up in front of our parents, who reprimanded her and told her to never do it again. Apparently, that made her have a permanent vendetta against me, and she never let it go. She always tried to get one over me, like choosing where to sit during a car ride or where to eat for a special occasion. Now, I didn't take any of her actions to heart and ignore them most of the time, but she crossed a major line when we were 17. I was dating a wonderful guy in high school, and our relationship had been going strong for 3 years. At this point, I had heard stories about all teenage relationships breaking up at some point, but I really thought that I had hit the jackpot. I used to dream of marrying him, and sadly ended up revealing that to my sister. Out of nowhere, she spread a rumor that my boyfriend had forced himself onto her and was a criminal. It was obviously a lie, but people ate it up like the forbidden fruit. My boyfriend was getting ambushed with questions no matter where he went. It got so bad that he didn't even wait to graduate and just moved out of town with his parents. He blocked me because he thought I was in on the prank, and my relationship crumbled. I tried to get my sister to confess that it wasn't true, but she refused, claiming that she didn't want to be in the spotlight. That event was so heavy on me that I ended up moving away when I went to college, determined to get away from my sister. In retrospect, that was one of the best decisions I made, because my life took a turn for the better. I excelled in all my classes and made a lot of new friends who supported my career choice. And the biggest miracle of all, I met my boyfriend again. I desperately got his attention and explained to him my side of the story. He admitted that he didn't want to leave me either. And long story short, we got married 6 months ago. I know that was a huge jump, but brace yourselves, because last week I also found out that I'm pregnant. I had already graduated and immediately prepared for maternity leave, because even though a lot of things were happening at once, I was all for it. The problem became, when I announced my pregnancy, my sister contacted me and congratulated me, trying to establish contact. I didn't ignore her text, but also didn't agree to any sort of meetup or family gathering. She knew I was married to the guy whose life she almost ruined and had shown no remorse so far. After a while, she got the hint that I still didn't want to renew our sibling relationship and stopped texting me. I thought the storm was over, but I was wrong. A few days later, she announced that she just got proposed and has already secured a venue for the wedding. I was actually really happy for her until I noticed that she was already sending out invites, and the date she said for her wedding was awfully close to when I was due to give birth. She should have known that because I included it when I announced that I was pregnant, so I thought that it was a mistake. I wanted it to be a special day for just my baby, and I'm sure she also wanted it to be a special day just for her. So I called her immediately, wanting to rectify the problem before it became too big. I suggested that she should move the date in case I go into labor so there isn't a conflict. But to my absolute surprise, she refused and told me to stop sabotaging her marriage. That was unprompted and confused me, so I asked her what she meant. She explained that her venue was a very popular spot, and only available dates were months later, so nothing can be done. And then she said something that I'm still having trouble believing. Stop being such a crybaby. Even if you go into labor, you can hold the baby in for 1 extra day. The wedding only lasts a few hours anyway. I was speechless and didn't know what to say. I thought she was joking, but sadly she reinforced her point and hung up on me. However, I wasn't just going to let her walk all over me like I did when I was 17. I discussed it with my husband and began calling everyone who I thought was invited to the wedding, like my parents. I revealed the truth to them and asked them that in case a conflict arises and my baby is being born on the same day, then they shouldn't go to her wedding because she was the one who refused to change the date. Thankfully, they understood that giving birth wasn't something I could hold in and agreed. I also made a post on Facebook quoting my sister and revealing the exact words she said. Apparently, she had been treating people like poop for years. Because my post got immense support and a lot of relatives came forward to boycott the wedding. I was happy that my sister was getting what she deserved, but it wasn't over yet.